good morning. What's going on, YouTube family? How y'all doing? It's your boy Stats. You tune into NBA Talk with your boy Stats. We're doing these stat tour days. Go ahead and get these last few out before the season open up on Tuesday. So let's get right into it. We profiling today. We talking about the L.A Clippers. Big disappointing season last year in the playoffs wise. You know, the expectations they had. So let's see what they did this year to try to spur and compensate for what they did last year. So let's talk about their draft picks. They had a lot of shaking and movement. They had the 55th pick, but ended up was traded from they had a 3-team trade with Detroit and the Nets. So you know the 55th pick ended up was Jay Scrub. They ended up sending them to the Clippers, and they had a 57th pick. They ended up sending it to the Brooklyn Nets, which ended up being Reggie Perry, a 6'9", 250-pound power forward out of Mississippi State. Jay Scrub, I like Jay Scrub. He's sophomore, 6'6", 210 out of small college. John A. Logan College, very small college, but he's a scoring machine. Jay Scrub can score, so I definitely like that pickup for the Clippers. You know, sign a 2-way contract, see what's going on with him down there, and see if he can get more experience down in the G League, and see can he, make the big squad. So let's talk about their trades. They had, we were just talking about the 3-team trade they made with the Nets and the Pistons. A lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts. But they had Luke Kennard, Justin Patton, 4 second-round picks in this 3-round trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending Luke Kennard and Justin Patton to the Clippers. The Clippers ended up waiving Justin Patton, but I like the Kennard pickup. Another person that can handle the ball and create his own shot, can get others involved. So I like that. And then they sent Shamet to Brooklyn. And then 19th pick of the draft ended up going to Detroit. So there's a lot of shaking and moving in there. But like I said, for the Clippers, what they're concerned about is I like that they got Kennard. They don't solve their point guard problem, but they definitely help them with another ball handler. Let's move on. They re-signed him. They had a couple of re-signings. They re-signed Reggie Jackson to the 1 year, about a $2.5 million contract. Needed a backup point guard, but still got your starting point guard. They re-signed Patrick Peterson to vet minimum. A shooter. You know, that was a cool signing. But I'd like to re-sign Marcus Morris. Tough, versatile, can guard multiple positions, probably 4 positions. They signed him to a 4-year, $64 million contract. I think that was about what he was worth on the open market. And they probably paid a little bit higher, but they needed to keep him. So I definitely like that re-sign. And then the big re-sign, PG-13, 5-year, $226 million contract. This shook a lot of people's head because they was looking at him like PG ain't worth that. But people forget so quickly. PG was hurt last year. PG was in and out. They, like I said here, ain't no excuses. They weren't trusting the process with him, Kwahi. They was in and out, as far as the injuries and load management, they hurt him. So when it came down to the playoffs, but PG is a monster. I mean, PG is a top 15 player easily. I might got him at like top 13, but he definitely that type player. So I don't want people to forget, yes, he had a bad playoff showing. He definitely did, but then he's starting to figure it out. I guarantee PG is on a mission. And I think he worth every dollar right there. Like PG's on the mission. Don't forget who PG is for real. We know how he get down, especially in the Indiana days and the Oklahoma City years. So just don't forget about PG. That's a big re-signing. Let's go ahead and move on. The little free agents they re-signed. I mean, they signed Nicholas Batum to the vet minimum. I mean, don't cry for him. He still owed $27 million by the Charlotte Hornets. They got to stretch him. They stretch him over the next 3 years, and they'll pay him $9 million a season for the next 3 years. Like this NBA, this ain't football. They owe you money. They got to pay you. However they're going to pay you, they got to pay you. So I like the re-signing. I mean, I like the signing of Nicholas Batum. They help them out on their defense. And like I say, a versatile can shoot the 3. Versatile can go to a lot of positions. I like that. And then I like the biggest, free agent they signed was Baca. 2-year, $19 million to help replace Montrezl Harrell. I think that's an upgrade. He can stretch the floor. He can defend. I think he's an upgrade over Montrezl Harrell. So I think that was a big free agent pickup. So I like Ibaka. I always like the Ibaka. So let's talk about their season outlook. Before we talk about their season outlook, let's talk about last year. That load management, that don't work. I hope PG back healthy. I hope Kawhi back healthy. But these boys got to play 90% of the games. I mean, at least 90% of the games. They got to get their chemistry together. I still think they need a point guard. They didn't solve their point guard issue. Like I said, I like the Luke Kennard pickup, but I don't think they solved what they really need. I like Patrick Beverley, but Patrick Beverley is not a starting point guard to me. He's a backup point guard. He can shoot a little bit. It's just not what you need. He's not a point guard, though. That's the thing about him. And he's small. He's not a point guard. He don't know how to run the team. He can shoot better than people think he can shoot, but he's not a point guard. They need a point guard like a Rondo. Like they missed out on Rondo. I think that would have helped them out a lot as far as running the team. Kawhi got to always have his ball in his hand or Paul George. They got to be set up and get easy shots. Because one thing we can look at Kawhi is a top 3, top 5 player. But one thing we can see about Kawhi and PG, they don't take a lot of easy shots. They're not cutting off the basket and getting easy shots. So that's what they need. They need a point guard to give them easy shots. They always go on one-on-one. They two great one-on-one players, but you can't win that way in the playoffs. You just can't win that way. So we're going to see, if they make another trade to try to get them a point guard. And just a decent point guard, just a starting point guard. You know what, like, and I know they wouldn't make this move, but who'd be perfect for them? And I want him to stay where he is, but Lonzo Ball is the type of point guard they need. A person that sits and gives them the ball to exactly where they need it and who sees the floor so well. A Lonzo Ball type point guard is what they need. Well, let's go ahead and move on to my predictions. Despite everything I just said, I think they come back stronger. I think they take it more serious. I think Kawhi and PG on a mission to prove everybody wrong. So I'm gonna pencil in for 49 wins. I'm penciling in for number 2 in the West. I feel like they're going to play 90% of the games. I feel like they're on a mission to prove everybody wrong. Now, is that enough to beat the Lakers? We don't know. If you ask me right now, I don't think they deep enough. Now, but it's all about matchups in the playoffs. I think they still need the point guard away from really competing with the Lakers. Because I just believe that if Kawhi and Leonard focus, they can compete with LeBron and AD. Let me know what y'all think, because I feel that way. Before we get out of here, like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell, man. Become a part of Stats World, man. We over here, man, we like to talk about unbiased NBA talk. You know what I'm saying? So before we leave, in these Stat 2 days, I would like to profile the team. Coming up next, we're gonna be talking about them Celtics, man. What moves they did make, what moves and obviously they didn't make. We will talk about it next, because Danny Ainge has got me puzzled over here. But we definitely talk about it, man. Like I said, it's your boy NBA Talk with Stats, man. Holla at your boy, man. We out.